Thank you. Rafael Nadal to serve first set. Ready? Play.
There's to start, Nadal to serve. First game, first set. Nadal very friendly with Carlos Moya, who was also from Mallorca. They practice together quite a lot.
There's a funny story about that.
Let's hear it at this point.
Well, they practiced so much together, and that ended up helping young Rafael Nadal, because last year in Hamburg, he beat Moya, who was seeded 2 at the time, in the second round in straight sets. And he said, I didn't really celebrate because I had so much respect for Carlos Moya, I just couldn't do it. I'm sure internally he was very happy. He took advantage of all the practicing. He knew Moya's game.
Of course. That's not the way to repay friendship.
No mercy out here on the tour.
Oh, just missed it. 30 all. Actually, Nadal plays with his left hand. He writes with his right hand. Actually, when he beat Moya, he also beat Costa. Point now for Roddick.
That's sorry, Valerie, that's a classic Andy Roddick point. Nice mix up, a high backhand, got the forehand that he wanted, banged it cross court, Nadal on the dead run, and then another big forehand.
Brad Gilbert, Roddick's coach.
And his agent, Ken Meyerson, taking a drink of water there.
Oh. So with that missed overhead, Roddick wins the first game. Great serve. Opening game of the first set.
Hey, this is the first time Nadal has been in this stadium. He's got to get used to the lights, the depth perception. It's a big court. Smart decision from Andy Roddick to make Nadal play a lot of balls early when he knows he's going to be the most nervous.
And it must be very daunting to walk onto this court. And not only that, he's playing against somebody who is from the USA. So he's playing against a local player, and he knows that of the 23,000 plus people here, that about 23,000 minus are for Andy Roddick.
Not to mention reigning US Open champion.
Absolutely. 142.
The crowd knows it. That's where the cheers are coming.
This is just what inspires Roddick. If he were playing out on court 15, I would even give Nadal a chance.
I don't know about that.
That was 152. But I would like to see Hawkeye. I thought that serve was just out. I thought it was well out, actually.
No one saw it.
I think it was too fast even for Hawkeye to pick it up.
Here's that 152. That's just raw power. There's no way that Nadal Even though it was right in his strike zone, got a rack.
Net. First service.
Like self-defense.
Yes.
But over time, Nadal will be able to get a better read on this Roddick serve.
Yes. Collective groan from the crowd because he didn't get his first serving.
Again, Roddick.
Roddick wins his service game without losing a point and has a 2-love lead in the first set. I was watching Nadal play in Cincinnati this year. He played the first round against Juan Ignacio Chela. Of course, Cincinnati is on a hard court. He had a 5-2 lead in the third set and lost it in a tie-break. But then just after that, he went back to the clay and won Sopot, as we mentioned, which is his first singles title. Just long, that ball.
Nadal, you saw, took that last serve down the middle. And that's usually where you see the fastest serves come, and he only put that one in at 104 miles an hour. That's going to be a big factor in tonight's match. He's going to feel like he's battling uphill constantly. Roddick's going to hold easy, get his 3 points on the aces. Not for Nadal.
I think he did very well just to get his racket on that return of Roddick, who really unloaded on it.
Well, you see why Roddick's so good on hard courts and grass. Semifinals this year at Wimbledon, because he uses outright power. Actually, excuse me, it was
15
finals this year, but in semifinals last year.
Lost to Roger Federer both times. Just raw power from Roddick on these courts.
Now things start feeling fast here for Nadal.
He's got to take his time, slow down, not let anybody rush him.
He only won 3 points in the whole match.
So Andy Roddick breaks for a second time, has a 3-love lead in the first set.
Roddick leads 3 games to loss, first set.
Three love, Roddick serving in the first set.
Winner number 4 for Andy Roddick. Look who's in the house.
Boris Becker. He does commentaries for the BBC 135. Oh, that's not so much for Roddick.
That was the USA Network broadcast going on.
Yes, I didn't quite finish my thought. He does, Boris Becker does commentary for the BBC for Wimbledon.
He's pretty good. I like hearing what Boris has to say.
BBC has
40-50.
complete coverage of Wimbledon from the first ball till the last ball.
That was good to see Roddick come back in after missing such an easy volley. He was going to try it again.
Game Roddick.
So Roddick wins his service game easily, has a 4-love lead in the first set.
4 games to love.
And we've only been playing for 11 minutes.
Rafael Nadal needs to try to find a way to get through that Andy Roddick forehanded serve. It's so overwhelming.
Nadal needs to get on the board, then he can relax a little bit. Not much. 15-love.
King of front runners is doing what he loves to do. Roddick gets more audacious with that forehand. Overcooked the last one.
Yes. Oh, a double
15.
fault. Can't afford to give Roddick any presents. Nadal, the nephew of Spanish soccer star Miguel Ángel Nadal. Brad Gilbert had something interesting to say about Nadal. He said, if Nadal was a stock, I'd buy it.
Nadal's going to build his game as he gets older, and he's only 18.
15.
I don't think Brad Gilbert was going out too far on a limb when he says that, because Nadal's already won a tour event. The youngest player since Leighton Hewitt did it.
And the youngest player, the first 16-year-old to break into the top 100, because when he was 16 at the time, that's what he did, since Chang did it in 1988. So that was 16 years, no, 14 years. That was 2 years ago when Nadal did it.
15-40.
2 break points now for Roddick for a 5-love lead.
I mentioned Leighton Hewitt. Leighton won his tournament in '99 in Del Rey. Both players at the time when they won their events were 18 years and 2 months. So the point is, Nadal's put up some serious numbers at an early stage.
That was unfortunate. He set up the point so beautifully. Roddick breaks serve again, has a 5-love lead in the first set.
15 off.
What that serve does to Nadal as well is throw him off rhythm.
He's just managed to get his racket on that one.
And you're feeling that racket shaking your hand. You're not hitting it cleanly. You're just not feeling comfortable out there. Look, he's now trying to guess, because that's the only thing you can do when Roddick's hitting as big a serve as he is.
30-15.
Roddick's so far ahead now. He just went for 2 aces in a row. Doesn't care about the double fault.
No.
His first of the match. Played Roddick in a team tennis match, the league that Billie Jean King started years ago. He was up 40-love on me, and he hit a double fault, went for an ace twice. He walked to the other side, went for 2 more aces, double faulted, went for another ace. He missed 5 serves in a row, and And he went for one more big serve, made it in. I missed the return, and that was the hole.
That was
It's the most humiliating.
Oh, I'm not sure if that's what he meant to do, Jeff, but whether he did or he didn't, it was excellent because he saved one of the set points and Roddick still has a set point.
40-30.
This is going to help, that Nadal craftiness. He disguised it well. And this is what I mean when I talk about the Marcelo Rios comparison.
Well, that's what he needs to do, just try and keep the ball in play. Not an easy feat. But we are back to deuce and say Nadal has saved 2 set points.
Roddick gave him a stare after that ace because he guaranteed heard Nadal get fired up there, just trying to find a little foothold. Now he's saying, listen, you're getting pounded here. Take that.
Oh. Well, there you can see what kind of shots Nadal has when he has an opportunity to use them, which he hasn't had so far, but this is the second time they've been at deuce. Too good. Another set point for Roddick.
Roddick, the quick motion, the quick set. That racket goes straight up into position. It's changed the art of service.
First set to Roddick going behind Nadal. Not bad tactics from Nadal to sort of try and change things. 6-up for Roddick, first set. Well, actually, I agree with Nadal. He's signalling that that first return of serve of Roddick's was out. It did look wide. There was no call, so he did the right thing and continued playing. Oh, no, it just actually clipped the side of the lines. It's good.
And this is another reason why Brad Gilbert wants to buy the stock of Nadal. Look at how well he's fighting. He's just taken one of the worst beatings of his career, I'm sure, 6-love. And he's still right there.
(30-15).
He's given Roddick a perfect ball to groove. He's got to keep that ball a lot deeper. It'll be a long night for Nadal.
Yes, Roddick feeds off those short, high balls. His bread and butter. So Nadal has 2 game points.
Hasn't won a point on his second serve. Crucial that he keep a high percentage, which he has.
Oh, that was wonderful play now by Nadal, who wins the first game of the match. He has a 1-love lead in the second set.
Roddick couldn't believe that that last one came back, and that's why he missed the other forehand, because he was still thinking about that. Or he wasn't thinking, actually. He was probably disengaged at that stage.
You can see Nadal say, "Vamos, let's go."
Nadal, 81% first serves, and that's crucial, because he's getting hammered on the second, but really a very one-sided first set. All about the Roddick forehand. Look at all those winners, 9 aces, only 5 unforced errors from Andy Roddick. When he's going for as much as he is, that's a great number. Roddick was able to dominate the Nadal serve as well.
Love 1, second set. That's a nice volley from Roddick, who's not known for his good volleying. Obviously, he has a reasonably good volley, but it's not the best part of his game.
Under pressure, he'll get a little shaky sometimes.
Yes.
But if Roddick is able to add that volley into tonight's mix, Brad Gilbert would probably love to see a little bit of that.
Oh dear.
We were just talking about how he's got adequate volleys, but he's not comfortable moving forward, not comfortable around the net, and he caught an edge there. And I think he'll hurt more from embarrassment. Athletes don't like to do this. Just tripping over his own feet, really.
See, we can see. Yes, his foot slid.
Well, he just caught an edge to the shoe. Sometimes you put on a new pair of shoes and they aren't worn down enough, and they're a little slick on the edge. He came down hard.
He did.
Okay, 15.
He's a big man. He's 6'2", 188 for Andy Roddick. Nadal's no dwarf. He's 6 feet himself. He's probably still growing.
Now this is getting a little scary here. Roddick goes down, catches an edge, and that didn't tickle.
1 game on.
And then 2 points later, Nadal takes one. He's still shaking it off here. That ball came right off his racket and hit him right in the face. So 2 embarrassing moments for both players.
You see the replay. Ouch. 1-all. Glanced off the racket.
Sometimes players will wear sunglasses to protect their eyes as well as from the sun.
That's nice play from Nadal. Well, I think if I were playing Roddick, I'd wear a space helmet.
15 off.
Yeah, he came down hard. And he used his hands to break the fall.
Oh, yes. Well, with a little help from the net.
That's the type of stuff that
30 off.
shows you how Nadal's able to beat the serving volleyers. Crisp passing shots. Gets a little luck from the net. He had measured that beautifully. Pick your spot early when passing. Now Nadal's starting to pick up his game. He's hitting a bit flatter, much heavier, starting to find his spots.
40 love.
And you see the talent of this young 18-year-old. Did that all with his hands. He wasn't in position with his body. That's good to see he was covering the line there. That's the percentage play.
Roddick was ready for that one. Nadal sent it straight at him. Moved well. So it's 40-15. 1-all, second set.
Something's gotten Roddick fired up here tonight.
I think it's this centre court, Arthur Ashe Court. Largest tennis stadium in the world, 23,000 plus. Oh, that's well played from Nadal, going behind Roddick. So he wins his service game, has a 2-1 lead in the second set.
Nadal leads 2-1 in the second set. Love 15.
I also think as well, Jeff, that sometimes when a player wins 6-love at the first set or 6-1, he is inclined to relax a little bit. It was so easy, it was 17 minutes.
15.
Well, there's no doubt about it. But another thing is you just haven't played so many shots. You haven't had to do anything. So when the other player finally starts to pick up his game, there's no telling how you're going to react to it.
Let
Because you don't even have much of a rhythm.
No, quite. Good eye. Wasn't far out, that ball. Nadal was coming in to put it away at the net.
It didn't take Nadal very long to find his groove on the returns. He's now seeing the ball much better than just 10 minutes ago.
That's a surprise, Jeff. I've never seen so many falls.
That was pure self-preservation. This ball's coming right at Nadal.
Oh yes, knocked him over. I thought it slipped.
Look at those eyes.
Let for 6.
30-all. Wait, he says.
Let me get my heart rate down to about 180
Yes.
after I saw my life flash before my eyes.
40-30.
And he's getting his racket on the ball. And this is something that Nadal did well just now to tell Roddick to wait, because Roddick is always in such a rush. I did say this as we started off this game, but the opponent has to make him wait a little bit.
Game Roddick.
Roddick wins the service game. It's 2-all in the second set.
4 games all.
Nadal's coach is his uncle, Tony, who is a brother of Miguel Angel Nadal, the Spanish soccer star. Tony actually introduced Nadal to the game of tennis when Rafael, that is, was only 5, and he's been coaching him ever since. They've been working together. So it's all in the family. 2-all. Nadal's balls are sort of sitting up a little bit too much. They're just what Roddick likes.
Love 15.
Got to try and keep them not necessarily deeper but lower.
And he's got to take a couple more chances. He's got to go after a few more pace. Right now, Andy Roddick's able to stay back, use his slice backhand, and just be patient now because he isn't feeling pressure from Nadal as far as coming in or taking one shot and winning a point with it.
That's a present that Nadal could do without giving to Roddick. 3 break points now for Roddick, 2-all in the second set. Just misses it, so Roddick breaks serve and has a 3-2 lead in the second set.
3 against 2, second set.
Now, Jeff, will the crowd want to see more tennis? Will they start to try and encourage Nadal a bit?
I don't think so. They want to see Andy get through these early rounds without much trouble, save his energy. They know they'll get him back. They want him to win another title.
I'm sure he's in full agreement with that.
15 up.
I think they'll support Nadal if he starts to come back. They're pretty fair. But if it gets close, you'll hear a lot more cheers for Roddick. They don't want him to have to struggle too much.
No. If Roddick wins here, he'll get the winner of Guillermo Cañas and Felipe Volandri. Oh, that's a great angle and an even better volley. Clever playing from Nadal.
15, 30.
Now that's what he has to start doing. Not necessarily take some balls in the air and volley a lot tonight, but he's got to do more of what he did with his placement, those sharp angles.
Let emphasis.
All. Just when Nadal might have had a chance to break point at 15-30 if he'd won that last point. Didn't happen.
Such an effective second serve, too. You don't think about it, all this talk about the first serve of Roddick, but he'll kick it on the second, but he'll also hit the last serve, spin it the other way. It's tough to tell the difference until you're actually seeing the ball upon you.
So Nadal managed to take it back to deuce with some aggression, which, as you said, Jeff, that's what he needs. When you're losing, you've got to sort of try and think about it and decide what you have to change.
Advantage Roddick.
Well, he's got to come forward to the court, whether he's volleying or not. He doesn't want to give Roddick a chance to get back even in the point, because when he gets up, Roddick is so difficult to unhinge in the middle of a point.
Roddick wins his service game, has a 4-2 lead in the second set. Roddick, of course, number 2 in the world, behind Roger Federer, who's number 1. And somebody said to Roddick, well, do you see this as a rivalry, the same sort of thing that Agassi and Sampras had? He said, well, it can't be a rivalry because I've only ever beaten him once. He's beaten me something like 7 times. But I think it will be.
I think Roddick's going to have to start by beating Federer at this tournament right here.
Well, I think if he's going to beat him anywhere, it would be here. Roddick certainly had his chances at Wimbledon, and if it hadn't rained when he was 4-2 up in the third set, players went off. I think he might have possibly won that match.
15 off.
Of course, Roddick has Hewitt in his half. He'd have to play Hewitt should they both get to the semifinal. Hewitt's won 2 tournaments in a row and he's playing some serious tennis. Good thing, that's what we're going to see in the semifinals.
30 off.
And also Hewitt has an excellent return of serve, probably one of the best returners. Right on the line, that shot of Roddick's. But you can see, Jeff, he's not really a natural volleyer. I mean, he's got good reflexes, he gets his racket on the ball, but it's not a natural shot. Well, no call there. Now, that's a surprise, but Roddick isn't going to argue. I thought that ball was well out. Perhaps we'll see. Here we are. Here's Hawkeye. Yes, it was out. Oh, it was well out. I was right.
Well, Hawkeye was even close. That ball was poorly missed as far as the linesperson is concerned. That was unbelievable composure from Roddick to just keep his cool and not worry about it, but he obviously hasn't totally forgotten either. Stay the course, though. You're doing just fine.
Oh, yes. Just out. Nadal wins his service game. Roddick has a 4-3 lead in the second set. So Roddick serving with a break in the second set. And Jeff, I really feel that the umpires have to have Hawkeye the same way that we can see it. Millions of people have saw the replay of that ball, and the umpire who's sitting on the court didn't see it.
But that's saying that Hawkeye is completely infallible.
Well, it's better than the human eye.
15 love.
Not that I think they should get rid of the humans. I mean, in fact, they had a poll with the players, and the players it was almost unanimous. They said they wanted people on the court. They didn't want to get rid of the lines people. But Hawkeye would just be a help, like Cyclops.
I was just giving Roddick credit for handling the situation of that poor line call and moving forward, not thinking about it, but he clearly hasn't gotten over it.
He's did a break up in this set.
He's still going on. You know, if it fires you up and it helps you focus, that's fine. But in this case, I don't think that that's what's going on here. He's distracting himself.
Oh, that was right on the line, threading the needle for Nadal. Andreas Egli in the chair. And of course, the crowd immediately look over to the speed gun to see how fast Roddick's serves are. Roddick wins his service game and has a 5-3 lead in the second set. So Nadal now will serve to try to stay in the set. Maybe if he puts a little bit more slice on that backhand of his, Jeff, it'll be a little lower. It's just sitting up exactly the way Roddick likes it. Just like you set the machine to the balls you want.
Showcase that point of Andy Roddick digging himself out of trouble. His defense is so underrated. He uses that slice backhand. He recognizes when he's in trouble. Keeps the ball deep. Nadal wasn't able to take advantage, even though he had situations and opportunities twice in that last point. Neutralizer.
Love 30.
From Roddick. That ball right there, I love it. Roddick's a little out of position, gets over there, calmly rolls it back deep. Excellent placement.
3 set points now for Andy Roddick, number 2 seed. Take a 2-set-to-love lead.
Game, second set, Roddick.
Roddick breaks serve at love. Wins the second set by 6-3, has a 2-set-to-love lead. So Andy Roddick is about to serve to start off the third set. 6-love, 6-3. Set number 3.
Love 15.
Love 30.
Love 30.
Nadal does exactly what Carlos Moya does. He runs around his forehand. Has to be very fast because he's leaving a large portion of the court open.
He runs around his backhand to hit the forehand.
Yes. Yes, thank you, that's what I meant. Thanks, Jeff.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Well, he now has 3 break points to break Roddick to begin the third set.
And at some point, you figured you can only go up. And Nadal is relaxed at this point.
Could have tried a lob there. Roddick was so close to the net.
15-40.
This is as close to dunking over someone's head like in basketball as you get in tennis. Point blank range, just smashes it.
Let for service.
The second break point with an ace. That's ace number 7 for Roddick. Still break point, 1 to go.
Yes.
3 break points saved. We're at deuce. First game, third set.
Roddick number 2 behind Karlovic and break point saved this year. I wonder how they both do it.
Another break point now for Nadal.
Roddick's number.
Nadal is now starting to get a look of the breaker serve from Andy Roddick.
And there it is. Nadal breaks serve to start off the third set. Has a 1-love lead in set number 3. Very loose shot from Roddick. I did start to tell you about Brad Gilbert, how he hooked up with Andy Roddick, because he said he didn't want to coach anybody unless they had a chance to win a Grand Slam, and Roddick was in London, wasn't doing too well. So Brad, who was in California, received a call, and Roddick said to him, "How soon could you be here?" And Brad was on the plane apparently 2 days later, and that was how the coaching started.
30 love.
30 love. Brad Gilbert, of course, probably one of the best coaches ever. Really knows the game.
He So good at keeping things simple.
Has a book called Winning Ugly. Now he's got a second book, I've Got Your Back. Haven't read it yet, but we have just received it, so we'll get around to it.
30-15.
Talk about books. Tammy Agassi, Andre's sister, also getting into the act. She's got a cookbook out for charity. It's called Star Palette. Celebrity cookbook for a cure. They're trying to cure cancer, raise money for that cause.
Well, she did have cancer, so did the mother. She's a cancer survivor. Oh, what a fantastic touch.
That drop shot has now worked twice, and it's all about the disguise. Nadal held that on his racket until the last second. And Andy Roddick was back behind the baseline, frozen. There's just no way to see that coming.
And talking of books, Jeff, our
40-30.
colleague Joel Drucker has a book out too, Jimmy Connors, How He Saved My Life. So that's already out, and he will have a signing this week at the US Open. Next week, actually. I think it's on Wednesday.
Bravo.
So still game point for Nadal, 40-30. 1-love lead in the third set. Nadal wins his service game, has a 2-love lead in the third set.
Nadal leads 2 games to 1.
Intelligent play there, Jeff.
Well, coming forward. Nadal has had some success on hard. He did it this way, using his volley, using his hands. Before his career is over, we'll see him develop into a well-rounded player. He's already got the attitude. He's already got the fight. He's already got the confidence at such a young age. Just like this man. Both doing it early in their careers.
15 off.
Andy Roddick became the youngest American, 21 years and 2 months, to finish the year as #1 in the history of the ATP.
Just the youngest American, of course, as Jeff pointed out, because Leighton Hewitt was actually the youngest.
15.
Andy Roddick has a birthday coming up, 30th of August.
Yeah, he just had it.
What's today? Oh, it's September already, sorry.
We've been in the booth.
Yes, we have.
We don't go out. We just stay up here and sleep.
So Andy Roddick's already 22. He's telling him it was out. He said it was well out. Let, because there's a ball rolling across the court, although it's well behind Roddick. Well, there's nothing anybody can do about that. That's just the luck of the draw, Jeff. That happens. There's no good getting upset about it.
3 shots. 3 shots. The point was played. The point was over.
The point wasn't over.
Don't worry about it. Well, either you're bad for missing it 3 shots late. You know, you're bad either way. Either you saw it 3 shots late, or that's just a horrible call. The point of it going for 3 shots. You're not calling it. You didn't see it.
It doesn't matter if he saw it or not. The fact is, a ball rolled behind Andy Roddick, and they have to play a let. Let's have a look at the replay.
Roddick's upset that it wasn't called immediately. He was wondering, well, what's going on? I felt the ball come out of my pocket. Obviously, he knows it's out now, so it should be called here.
Yes.
It's rolling back, and I guess the umpire needs at least a few seconds. He could be focused on the other side of the net.
Well, exactly. He's watching the play. He has to call it when he sees it. If he sees it 3 shots late, well, that's the way it is.
He's just not happy with the delay. There's a bit of hesitation. You never want to see that in an umpire.
14-15.
He's already gotten upset once over a line call.
Yes.
That took him 3 games to get over.
You've got to get over these things. This is tennis. You've got to forget about it. Put it behind you. And that can turn the crowd against you when you start arguing and insulting the umpire. It won't happen this time because Andy Roddick, of course, is playing in the United States, but it can turn some of the people against him. So easy to turn a crowd. Game Roddick. Nadal has a 2-1 lead in the 3rd set.
2 games to 1.
So Nadal now is serving with a break in hand, 2-1 in the 3rd set. Sounds like Nadal is getting a little more support now, Jeff.
It's starting to affect his serve speed. That one almost at the highest for the night, 114 miles per hour. His biggest was 150. That's 185 kilometers per hour.
Double fault from Nadal. That's number 3. And
sometimes even when Roddick hits the ball right back to his opponent, you get the air because the opponent's anticipating something bigger and something that he's going to have to move to quickly.
I wonder if Roddick will shake hands with the umpire after this match, depending on whether he wins or loses. If he loses, he definitely wouldn't, but it's not like that. Just long that ball from Nadal, and break point for Roddick.
30-40.
Somebody's calling out in Spanish to Nadal, "This is yours." I'm not so sure about that.
Yes.
Got to now look at that success that Nadal has had on hard courts. In Auckland, the beginning of the year, he went all the way to the finals, lost to Dominic Roddick.
Habati had a super start to the year. He won 3 tournaments.
Yeah, what a run. That was amazing.
And then he beat Federer in Cincinnati this year. Nadal wins his service game, has a 3-1 lead in the 3rd set.
Valerie, I think it was Miami that he beat Federer, Nadal.
I'm sorry, did I say Nadal? I meant Habati. Yeah, Nadal beat him. Nadal beat Federer in Miami. It was Habati. Thank you. I thought I'd said Habati.
Maybe I'm wrong then.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're right. Nadal did beat Federer in Miami, and Habati did beat Roger Federer in Cincinnati.
We'll have to go back to the videotape, the audio tape, and see. Maybe I had already started talking about Nadal, and you were still talking about Roddick. Anyway, back to the tennis.
I thought that was tennis.
So along with that final in Auckland on hard, tournament in Dubai in March, Nadal went to the quarterfinals.
40 love.
And in doing, as I mentioned at the top of the show, in Dubai, Nadal beat Mirny and Olivier Ropes.
Game.
Roddick wins his service game. Nadal has a break in serve and has a 3-2 lead in the 3rd set. Will be serving to try and keep the lead.
The intelligent play from Nadal continues. He's 10 for 15 on the match. He's won 3 at the net this set. 3 for 3. Great success.
Excellent.
He was coming in again. What he likes to do, like a lot of clay quarters especially, is find that perfect ball to come in on where you know you're going to get a high volley, something that's easy. It's going to be a high percentage play.
Like he did on the first point. Excellent play by Nadal, going behind Roddick, who was expecting the cross court.
And as soon as Roddick opens up his face and shows the slice, Nadal's moving forward, was going to cut that last passing shot off if Roddick got over the net.
Needs to hold on to his serve now. He already has a break. Nadal, that is.
Sergio.
Does have good footwork, but to run all the way around that backhand, first of all, he's leaving a huge portion of the court open. Oh dear. What a bad time for a double fault to give Roddick a break point.
Roddick's nearly perfect, and he gets an opportunity to break. 5 for 6 on the match. And that was a symptom of all the pressure that Roddick has built up over the course of this match, that last double fault. Can't help but think about that.
No. Oh, he got it.
Just quick enough to do something with that last forehand from Roddick, and you saw him dip it down nicely, used a lot of heavy topspin, and he was automatically moving forward as you should. The problem is Nadal is having to fight so hard just to hold his serve. He's using so much emotion out there, emotional energy.
The winner of this match, of course, will have a day off tomorrow. Another break point now for Roddick.
Roddick.
This match is starting to feel like a 16 and under Orange Bowl.
Pretty good standard at the 16 and unders. I went to watch it last year in Florida. Excellent standard.
Oh yeah, that's some of the world's best juniors. I'm just talking about all the come-ons and the fist pumps and everything else.
Actually, Jeff, talking of the juniors, there is a junior who is going for the Grand Slam this year. Gaël Monfils, I suppose it would be, because he's from France. He's won the first 3 junior Grand Slams, Australia, Roland Garros and Wimbledon, and if he wins here, he'll get the Grand Slam. Gaël Monfils, remember the name, good player. French. And Nadal holds on to his serve. Has a 4-2 lead in the 3rd set. So 2 break points.
Brad Gilbert knows that Roddick missed an opportunity, had a break point. And he's had 3 break chances on the Nadal serve this set and hasn't capitalized on any of them. He'd rather not play Nadal when he's going on adrenaline. He's a fighter. He's got young legs.
0 to win that point.
He's getting to it. Amazing run by Nadal. Crowd loving it.
This is by far the biggest crowd that Nadal's ever played in front of. And some athletes get intimidated by this situation and others draw strength. And the best ones do what Nadal's doing.
15 seconds.
Use it. Make you play better.
All.
That was a big forehand for Roddick, simply because of the situation. Down 15-30. Go down 2 breaks. Kiss the set goodbye.
Game point for Roddick. And an ace to finish off the game. Nadal has a 4-3 lead in the third set. Nadal serving third set.
Seats quickly, please. Thank you. Thank you. The back of the court. Law 15.
One backhand 3 shots ago. Nadal stepped into it nicely, caught it early, but didn't do anything with it.
Pretty good first serve percentages for Nadal. Sets 1, 2, and 3. 88% in this one. Much lower for Roddick.
Nadal's done his homework. He knows he doesn't want to give Andy Roddick a lot of second serve looks. That's when you start seeing the ball go by you.
Almost got there, left 30.
Love 30.
Roddick puts a little inside-out spin. That is what gets him the air from Nadal. He kept moving away from Nadal.
Just missed 3 break points now for Roddick to get back on serve and to even up this third set. Oh.
15-40.
Nadal misses. Roddick breaks, and we're at 4-all in the third set.
4 games all.
Roddick got to the quarters of the Australian Open this year. Lost to Murat Safin, who got to the finals in a 5-set marathon. Some of you might remember Roddick's match against Delaine Nawi last year, which went to 21-19 in the 5th set in Australia. Roddick, of course, next day, or 2 days later, played against Rainier Schuttler. Roddick just had nothing left.
15 love.
That's a new one. Perfect shot. He had the angle. Instead of going for sheer power, he went for a little finesse there. Rolled it neatly off.
It 15.
It felt so good. He was trying to go for another forehand angle. And this is where it's so nice to have Andy Roddick serve. Set's getting tight.
Yes.
Get that extra free point. Take the pressure off.
There you go.
40-15.
2 game points now for Roddick for a 5-4 lead. And Nadal really would be under pressure, serving to stay in the match.
Great little block return from Nadal. Just make contact.
40-30.
Oh, really going for it for the second serve. Roddick wins his service game, has a 5-4 lead in the 3rd set, 2 sets to love.
Roddick leads 5 games to 4. Love 15.
Just feeling the close of this match coming. Nadal starting to press a little bit.
It's a bit lucky there with the net. I'm not sure that that ball was going in that Nadal took. But it's love 30 and Roddick is 2 points away from a win.
Nadal just got a bit distracted. That lead cord brought that ball nicely up to him. He could have smashed it, didn't.
Well, we knew it eventually was going to try and do something spectacular.
You saw how tentative Nadal hit that overhead. He's already missed 2. And he almost missed 3 here. There's a little something for the crowd.
Oh, they love it. Don't try that at home. Two match points now for Andy Roddick, seed number 2. And that's it. Game, set, match for Andy Roddick. 3 sets to love, 6-love, 6-3, 6-4. And Jeff, I still insist that had they played on an outside court or at any other tournament, Nadal might have done even a little bit better. Andy Roddick is just in his element here in this court at the US Open.
There's no doubt about it when you're playing the defending champion in his home country. On this stage, you're going to feel it, and that's what happened to Nadal the first set. He gradually improved all the way up to the end, really. There's no doubt that this moment aids players like Roddick who live in this situation. Every match they play is hyped up.